This might very well be the worst movie I have seen in 2026, and the year just started. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. I just want to say we are going to talk about Creature from the Haunted Sea, the 1961 film. This is the most bizarre movie I've ever seen in my life. I'm still trying to figure out what the plot was. It involves Cubans and American spies, and then it's just a random sea monster that has the worst design I've ever seen in my entire life. To me, I'm pretty sure this is just trying to milk the money from Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm pretty sure it came out after Creature from the Black Lagoon. I could just be guessing. Granted, I have the internet, but we're gonna just say that's probably what it did. So this movie starts off with this dude who's like a secret agent. I'm not kidding when I'm explaining this movie. This guy, it feels like a film noir because the guy's like talking, like there's a lot of monologues, a lot of background talk throughout the thing of the main character, and he's like a secret agent. And he starts off with the film getting his shoes shined, and then somebody tucks something in his sock, and he gets chased by two Cubans because that kind of matters. He's like running away from them, and then he hides in like a warehouse, and he's like, I have to put on a disguise. So I'm not kidding, this is free on YouTube, so everyone needs to go watch this movie because this movie is so wild. I literally sat there and thought, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, what in the name of the good Lord am I watching? That's all I kept thinking. He pulled out a fake mustache and put it on and went like this. And then he met some girl at this bar, and he did like some code words to her, and so she caught it, and then they were both like, okay, perfect, now we can go sabotage this Cuban and get him in trouble with the US government. But he like kisses a girl, and after he's like, oh man, I forgot she doesn't know who I am because of my disguise, because he has a fake mustache. I literally sat there, I'm like, why? This is probably the first time. So this is someone commented on YouTube, I think when I did my Creature from the Black Lagoon review, and someone said I should watch this. I'm pretty sure they're probably trolling with me because this movie was so insanely not good that I was like, wow. And I'm not trying to harsh on them. If they really like it, that's awesome. I was like, what am I watching? Because I do like some creature features, but there's like no creature at all in this. It's more of a, let's just hang out on the boat and do nothing. And then what he does is this agent explains to you who every single one of these characters are. So he works on his boat, and he's like a simple man. And on this boat there's this blonde babe, and he like talks about her, and then he talks about the blonde babe's brother, and then he talks about like the bad guy behind it all who's trying to sabotage these Cubans who's coming on the boat for like this box of gold or something. I don't know. Then you have this random guy who like fell on his head, and he'll make animal noises. I'm not kidding. It legit makes animal noises, and it's really really bad. The main bad guy of this is trying to figure out ways to get rid of the Cubans on the boat so he can take the treasure for himself. So he's like, let's just make up a sea monster, and that's it. And what happens is they start doing it, and immediately the first time you see the sea monster, you're like, did someone just, like, it literally is a man in a suit. Like, it's so bad. It kind of looks like a giant like Christmas tree. Like that's how I kind of look at it. It's like a giant Christmas tree with arms. It's kind of the best way to explain it, with like eggs for eyes. It's just a weird design, not very good, but oh well. I'm in it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, this is gonna be rough. Then they're like, oh my gosh, what happens? And then the Cubans at the beginning of the movie that chased our main dude get shot like immediately and killed. And then the bad guy's like, we're gonna drive into some rocks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tip over our own little safety boat, and we're gonna stash the treasure in the water. So then they do that, and then the rest of this movie, the guy who can speak to, like, does the animal noises, finds some random woman out in there that can also do that, and she does it too. It's just so weird. I don't even know, like, I feel like I'm on an acid trip talking about this movie. The woman's brother, who's not very smart, meets this woman who falls in love with our main dude, basically James Bond. That's what I'm gonna kind of call him, I guess, is James Bond. Once that's over, he like, the James Bond character figures out he's like in love with that woman, and that woman's like clearly in love with him, even though, like, I don't even know. This movie is so wacky, and I have no idea what's going on 95% of the movie. But you do get the one thing. I've seen this scene so many times in so many like introductions to like horror films or creature features, and it's like the girl's like sitting on the edge of the boat and the creature goes and grabs her and pulls her down. That's what happens. And I mean, that's the coolest scene of the whole entire movie. The rest of the movie is just awful. I literally have no idea what I experienced watching this movie, besides just like, oh, what is going on? Like, that's what I kept saying every single time I would watch this. Every time this movie was playing, I was like, what is going on? Like, apparently it's a trilogy. So now I'm like, do I watch the other two? I have no idea. But this movie was rough. And personally, if I had to give it an honest rating, which I always do, is I gave it a 1 out of 5 because I just didn't think the movie was very good. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, which is surprising because this movie's not good. But I also saw movies where it's like really bad CGI sharks, not Sharknado, but I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a really bad movie. This one was not very good either. And it's like a comedy horror, that's what it says. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense. The comedy is because it's bad. Like, it's not a good movie. And there's a lot of moments where I'm like, what am I watching? Like, and the audio wasn't the greatest, so sometimes you can't even understand what they're saying or hear what they're saying or anything like that. It's a wacky movie. I had to give it a 1 out of 5. It's probably the worst movie I've seen so far this year. And I haven't seen a whole lot of movies, so I'm not comparing it to much. I have a couple of movies in the future that I'm going to be watching that might get to that level. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited to check those out. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. Have you guys seen Creature from the Haunted Sea, or have you not? If you have, let me know down below what you guys think about it. If you haven't, I wouldn't recommend it. It's free on YouTube, so you can watch on YouTube if you want. But yeah, I don't know. Please make sure you guys stay safe and avoid the waters. Bye.